We should constantly remember that we're in an endless battle between good and evil in this world. Everywhere you look, there seems to be instances of evil. Don't forget looking for the good. I mean, my gosh, there's a lot of great things happening in this country. There are down ballot elections that are being won by Republicans, and that's happening a lot. Mainstream media doesn't talk about it enough. We don't talk about it enough, but we should. But there are plenty of bad things that we are facing. Did you hear that in Seattle, the police have been ordered not to arrest people who commit acts of vandalism under $1,000? How would you like to live in a city where you know somebody could come along and do $999 worth of damage to your home, to your car, to your possessions, and the police can't arrest the person who did it? How'd you like to be on a subway where a repeat violent criminal is subdued by a heroic Marine and the radical district attorney gets a grand jury to indict the hero Marine because the radical repeat criminal died after he was subdued? This is where we are. This is exactly, that guy in New York was indicted yesterday. He faces up to 15 years in prison. Second-degree manslaughter in the chokehold of Jordan Neely. And listen, people get mad at me for, I just got a text message, will you stop reminding people that Trump could go to jail? No, I'm not going to stop reminding people that Trump could go to prison because I don't think people believe it. I don't think people are accepting it. Clearly that texter isn't accepting it. You better open your eyes and recognize that's what they want to do. They want to put the primary political opponent of Joe Biden in prison. They want to do that. And maybe they're willing to say, maybe, just maybe, he'll take a plea deal where he doesn't have to go to prison as long as he doesn't run for president. That's how terrified the Rachel Maddows of the world are of Donald Trump. You don't believe me? Here she is on MSNBC.
I can't imagine him ever pleading guilty to anything. I mean, we're all, who among us wants to spend too much time floating around inside his mind, even proverbially? So who knows what's going to happen? But if this is as strong a case as the indictment makes it look, right, and that's the prosecution's best case. It'll get challenged in court. It'll be an adversarial process. We'll see how strong the defense is. But if the indictment is that strong, and the Justice Department is going to treat this as a like case compared to other people who have been charged under the Espionage Act for mishandling classified information, then he is looking at jail time. And what would Donald Trump do to avoid jail time? I guess, I literally suppose that he would do anything. And if it's going to come to him avoiding jail time, now that this indictment exists, he's either going to have to win in court. Defending yourself against these charges by saying, yes, I did it, is not a great defense. And so how else can you avoid jail time? Well, you can plead in exchange for lenience. And we've seen lots of people, including Reality Winner, a very high-profile case, plead in exchange for lenience and still get jail time. What can he offer prosecutors other than his confession, his cooperation? I mean, this is a crime he could only commit because he was in high public office. Spiro Agnew used that as a get-out-of-jail-free card. It was not just that he was vice president. It was that prosecutors assumed he was about to become president because Nixon was teetering. They were right. And in order to keep Agnew out, they traded him essentially jail time for his resignation.
There it is. Sometimes they say the quiet part out loud. The Rachel Maddows of the world are hoping that maybe Trump will engage in a plea deal where he'll agree not to run in exchange for not receiving prison time. There it is. Is that outside of the realm of possibilities? Listen, she's a fierce partisan. She is far left. She's one of their superstars over there at MSNBC, but she's not a dumb woman. She's no dummy. I mean, you're not going to accuse Rachel Maddow of not being smart. And I think the smart kids are hoping this is the end game. We got him. And incidentally, there are reports that Jack Smith, this vicious partisan prosecutor, this special counsel, is going to go after Trump on charging him out of New Jersey. Because right now the charges center around Mar-a-Lago here in Florida. Trump is facing a judge that he appointed, Aileen Cannon. That won't be the case in blue New Jersey. If he's facing charges of mishandling classified documents at Bedminster in New Jersey, that could be a big game changer. Incidentally, as Tracy just pointed out on our team, guarantee you Rachel Maddow has a direct line right to the White House. You don't think she talks to Karine Jean-Pierre or any of the Biden associates regularly? You don't think she's got a pipeline to the Biden White House? Of course she does. That may be the end game here. The strategy is, let's go after Trump. We got him on these stupid classified document stuff. We're threatening him with serious prison time. If he drops out of the race, we won't put him behind bars. My gosh. See what I mean about a lot of evil in the world? What do you think? 1-800-655-MIKE. I got somebody smarter than Rachel Maddow, and that's you. Got the smartest callers in America, 800-655-6453. What do you think of the Rachel Maddow narrative? What do you think of realizing that perhaps that's what this is all about? One way or another, they think, they're going to keep him from returning to the White House.